WHCR 90.3 FM, the voice of Harlem. Hey, everybody, it's me, Phil, and I'm back with another great episode with you, my friends. I've got a great guy on the line today. I've got one of my friends, Bel Ami. He's a great singer, songwriter, entertainer overall. So let's give it up for my friend, Bel Ami. Let's pull him in the studio. What's up, brother?
Peace. What's good, bro?
How you doing, man?
Good, man. Can't complain.
Listen, we did a practice session with your name before. Now I've been knowing this guy for years, but tell the people, make sure they pronounce it right.
Yeah, it's pronounced Bel Ami. Bel Ami.
Bel Ami. Yeah,
it's French. It means beautiful friend.
Beautiful friend, and you are a great friend, man. And we appreciate you being a friend.
Thank you.
I'm gonna practice that all day. You gonna have me saying it all.
Cool.
Well, listen, we're here. We want to talk about your music. We want to really get right into it. But I want to talk about your background and who you are. So how did you get started in this music industry?
Oh, man, it's been a long journey. I'll say that. But I guess the point at which I can say this iteration of my journey began in 2009 when I left Atlanta, moved to Houston, and I decided at that point, I've been doing music, singing backgrounds for people here and there, local artists, and I just decided, I'm gonna do this thing on my own and see what happens. And I had a year that I gave myself. I was like, I'm just gonna perform once a week for the rest of this year. This was like between February and the end of the year. I was like, that'll give me at least 40 some performances. And we'll see what happens. And from there, the ball just started rolling, and it hasn't stopped, man.
You know, the thing with entertainment, it's just about just getting yourself out there, right? It's just about trying.
Yeah.
Because there is no failure in you trying, because you are really using your gifts and your talents for something, other than yourself.
Yeah, man. It's one of those things also that it's just a reminder that, there is no momentum if you don't start, but once you start, there's automatically momentum built. It just in that starting. And if you can keep it up and push past the hurdles, and the only thing that really stops people from getting to where they want to be is just consistency and persistence. And so that's just something that I told myself I was going to do regardless. This is what's going to happen. We'll make this music. I'm gonna write these songs. I'm gonna go perform them. Right. And yeah, man. And I've been able to reach an audience, which I just find I'm really grateful for that.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna ask you this throughout the show. Tell people how to look you up while we're here right now, so they can go ahead and look you up while we're doing the interview.
Yeah. So if you notice my name right here at the bottom of my screen, at Bel Ami _music, you can find me there on all your social media. Follow me on YouTube. Please search Bel Ami Music on YouTube, and then subscribe to my channel and hit reminders. The majority of what I do lately is on YouTube. So I go live on YouTube quite frequently, at least 2 to 3 times a week. And then, I sometimes, work on songs live, host 2 podcasts as well. So, follow me on YouTube.
Absolutely. We're going
on YouTube too. I'd appreciate that as well.
Say it again.
Play the music on YouTube as well. Absolutely.
So when we post this, I'm gonna make sure I put the Bel Ami link so they can go ahead and click you in the description as well. Let's go back to your background, where you started. Now I noticed you said you were from Atlanta to Houston, or was it the opposite?
So originally from Houston.
H-Town. This is my Texas brother. Texas brother here.
Yeah, always. And then originally from Houston, moved to Atlanta to go to Morehouse. And while I was in Atlanta, I start working. You just end up in Atlanta. A lot of people, wherever you go to school, you just kind of end up there for a while. Right. And so I was in Atlanta for a while, and that's when I decided to get into music, as like something that, or pursue it as more than just a hobby. And I aligned myself with some people who were doing shows at the time. I was super green. I knew nothing. And it was just a way for me to get comfortable with the stage. And I was doing background work. I was never out front. And so, that
it's not all the background singers. Background singers are huge.
That's where it starts. There's a really good Netflix doc called 20 Feet from Stardom. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Oh, I've seen it. It's an excellent one.
And a lot of the background singers you see they're people who want to pursue this. It's just like that's your that's your way in, you know.
Mhm.
And so I got in, and I just really started saying, oh, I can do this. I'm not far from this person who's in front of me. It's just that they're doing it and they're putting themselves out there. And, you know, that's really the hardest thing.
Right. Absolutely. And so we're going to jump right into the music.
Yeah.
First song of the day is Find Love. So go ahead and tell the people what this song means to you.
Yeah, Find Love means a lot. And it was actually the last song that was written on my project Music that you can see here. It was the last song written. I think I listen to this song and I think of it as the linchpin. It ties everything else together in this journey of in all these aspects of love that we talk about. But Find Love came from a really dark space, and you know, it's really just about you know, sometimes you know, you go through things, and the idea of the story Find Love is, I hope you find the love you need, but I'm also hoping that that love is me. And so sometimes in the midst of struggle, you know, you're not seeing eye to eye. You think it's best to like go your own way, but it's like, yo, I'm wishing you well, but I'm wishing you well back here, and hopefully that I can grow into that person that you need. So Find Love.
Absolutely. Here's Find Love right here on WHCR 90.3 FM. Listen, what you guys don't know for my YouTube people, this is the first artist that I have on the show, so we're showing his video, so bear with us. Here we go. Here's Find
Lost in my dreams, I've been so unmotivated. I found a way to give all your love away. Still no excuse, you deserve the best from me, but can't seem to see past the trees. Oh no, I don't expect too much when it comes to others. I disappoint much more than maybe would another. So if you need more than I can give you, here's your chance to find what you seek. And I hope you find them. Yes, I hope you find the one who makes your heart dance and makes your soul sing. Yes, I hope he loves you. Yes, I hope he loves you just like you need, just like you need. So many secrets I kept from you. It's not easy for me to get away from this pain I hold inside. I love you. Oh, I know I need you. I can't live without you. Please give me one more try. Before you throw me off the boat, just wonder if I can get another dose. Taste your company, hoping you'll love your way back to me. I'm here if you're able. All my cards on the table. Just know you'll always be my angel. Wonder if you'll still hold that dance for me. Cause the flame don't go out overnight. Your heart don't lie. The beach ain't never gonna dry. And I love you like I love nobody else. I can't complain in sickness or in health. I'll sit on the shelf till you pick me back up. And we try, oh we try so hard. Oh yeah. Think I need, I hope you find the love you need for your heart. I hope you find
All right, WHCR 90.3 FM, the voice of Harlem. We're back. Bel Ami, that was wonderful, dude. Your band is off the chain. Is that your permanent band? Can you hear me?
I turned my mic off.
Okay, listen, he's helping me, you guys, with the whole sound part, so I appreciate you, friend.
Yeah, absolutely. I know how it is to host these shows, man. Yeah, that's so a lot of the people you see in there play with me regularly. The only person who I'd never played with in that video is Shireen Chung. She played keys, incredible.
Oh man, she was off the chain, dude.
Oh man, she's an incredible musician in her own right. Everybody there is major, man. Their resumes are much greater than mine.
Right.
I'm just grateful that people like me enough and like my music and believe in the music enough to help me, get my songs out like that. So yeah, man. Delton Bergman was on guitar, Eric Lewis on bass, and Dominic Gervais on drums.
Now, have you performed at the Apollo yet? If I'm not mistaken, I've seen you at the...
It's so interesting too, because a lot of the music from this album was written in 2017, 2018, or written around that time. And we recorded it in 2018, and a lot of it for the record. And I did the Apollo in February 2019. And that was kind of my first time playing some of the music live. And, so, it was a nice experience, man. The Apollo was great. We sold it out, myself and Tamika Lawrence. We both headlined. It was a double bill, and it was great. It was a great time, man. Just to be able to be in that space, man. There was a lot of. It felt like you could feel the energy in the Apollo. Like,
oh yeah, as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy. You feel the
and just to see my name on the marquee, man, that was
huge, right?
That was a big moment for me.
That's one of my dreams, is to have my name on the marquee at the Apollo. It ain't about me, but I guess it is, because it's my show.
Speak that into existence.
Absolutely. Let's talk about your influences growing up. You had a video on your YouTube, on your Instagram. I don't know if you still have it up, with you in Houston with your grandmother playing the piano.
That was actually in Philly. My grandmother
was in Philly.
Okay. And, so, fortunately, man, I've been blessed to live close by. So I'm able to get down there more than I was growing up. Because growing up was like a once a year thing. So, I try to get down there whenever I can, pre-pandemic, of course.
Right.
And that was one of the, I think I went there, I think that was in like October or so, for her birthday, and around that time. And so whenever I go, I like to spend a few more days and just chill and kick it. But she's been she's classically trained pianist, and she's led her church choirs. Like, that's what she did. And that's all. Every time I would go visit, that's what she did. She was always leading the church choir. And she's now 99 years old.
Wow, she was 99. Oh, I didn't know she was. She looked good.
She looked great for 99. However you look at 99, you look great for 99.
I don't even know any 99 years old, but she looked good for a 99-year-old.
Yeah, man. And so she's still got it, man. And
wow. She still has her mind, and yeah.
And one of the things I find so beautiful is that music never goes. She knows songs. Those songs are stuck. They're not going anywhere. And what she can still play, she does play. She doesn't lead her church choirs anymore. It's a bit taxing on her, but beautiful, man. And she's always been a great supporter of me and my musical journey. Like, some of the earliest memories I have of singing and performing at her house, growing up, to Michael Jackson, singing to Michael Jackson and stuff with my cousins in the background, or just me and her videotaping. She always had a camera, and so she would always videotape me singing. And even now, like when she was like in her 90s, the last few years or so, she's come to several of my shows. And I remember one show in particular I had in Philly at a venue called The Fire. And she came both times I performed there. And the first time she came, she brought her camcorder. This was back in like 2015. She had a camcorder, and she stood at the front of the stage and held the camcorder the entire night. And
did she have one of the old school camcorders that go on your show?
With a tape that she put in. And this was when she was what? I mean, she was a young woman at this time. She was only 93.
Okay, yeah. Right. Well, that's a blessing though, the support and to know. But you know, I saw this documentary on Alzheimer's with older people, and they played older songs in their generation, and they remembered every lyric. They knew every song. So music touches, and music is transcending generations and people.
And also, you know, when you play music, there's so many other things that are tied to the music,
right?
And that's why it's one of those. It's a really good way, for, you know, used for therapy, in patients like that. I've definitely understood that. Yeah, because you know, when you hear a song, like if I play Whispers right now,
right?
You know what I'm saying, by Yin Yang Twins, you would immediately be taken back to Atlanta.
Club in Atlanta, 580. They got it
in man. If we play some, you know, some snap music or, you know, anything, it takes you back. And so it just unlocks. Like that's why I think music is so valuable. And why I think the ability to create music and share music, I think it's a heavy burden. You know, and I think it's something that we should, you know, revere and like really hold highly.
Right, absolutely. So let's get into some more of your music.
Yes.
Let's talk about this next song, My Desire.
My Desire. Wow. So I often say today is only for tomorrow. And when I originally wrote My Desire, I thought it was for this one person, realized that it's totally not about this person. It's about something else, something that I was walking into. And this song always reminds me to speak life, because I was speaking this love into existence. And, you know, I found that. And this song is about just everything that comes with that person who does it for you. And yeah, My Desire.
Here's My Desire. We'll be right back.
I took off my shades just to look straight into ya. No longer blinded by the light, it purifies my eyes. So used to hiding, aperture closing. Still there's this thing I can't deny. No reason I should try. It's that I love you. Oh, it's that I love you. Oh, it's that I love you, baby. Yeah. It's that I love you. She brings me joy, joy, joy everlasting, joy that no one has ever before. She gives me peace and she loves me strong. Oh, I'll be her shelter whenever there's a storm for us, 'cause she loves me like no other has ever loved a man. I would give her everything long as she gets back to me. We will love each other tight, we will love each other close. We will love each other till we get the most that we get inside this love affair. She is my everything, everything I ever need. She makes me feel like I'm Bel Amis on the inside. She gives me peace, I love her forever. She is my queen, I'll give her my ring. She'll love me and I'll make her sing my songs, and she will sing my songs as she sleeps. Yes, she will sing my songs as she sleeps. Desire, babe. Let's keep it steady, baby. Don't let this love, don't let it get too heavy, baby. Oh, let's just love and keep it steady, baby. Don't let this love, don't let it get too heavy, baby. 'Cause we only come this way once in a while. May never feel this way again in our lives. See, I don't know how it started, but I know I don't want it to end. And if blinded from the beginning, I still find my love again. 'Cause she feels like peace, she feels like laughter, she feels like tears with happiness after. And I appreciate her so.
WHCR 90.3 FM, the voice of Harlem. Man, that was, yo, you taking me to a concert midday over here.
Let's go.
Listen, the thing about you is you can sing, and you're doing it live, right? It's like, let's talk about that. Let's jump into this whole this music industry, because a lot of people can't sing. I'm a singer too. I consider myself a singer. A lot of people, the music. Go ahead.
Sound.
We gotta figure out. You're right. Fix the sound. There we go. Is that better?
Yep. Should be. Yeah. Perfect.
So yeah. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
You're coaching me through this while we're doing the interview. Let's talk about this music industry.
Yeah.
Because you're a live singer and you sound good. Nowadays, everybody is mixing and mastering, and they can't sing, man. So, what do you think about the industry now, the R&B music? Now, you're not downing anybody, but I just want to hear your thoughts about that.
Yeah, I think it's interesting, man. The last thing I want to do is sound like that old dude who's like, "Hey, music ain't the same way it used to was." But I feel like the good thing that has happened with music is that technology has made it so everybody can create. And I think in that, like, you gain these different perspectives. You gain like you push the art form forward by exploring new ways. And I think that's why all of these genres are like coming together to create. Like now, it's hard to put people in a box. It's just everything has been influenced by everything, and everybody has a platform and can get their voice out, get their word out, and you can find your people. I think the downside to that is like it kind of diminishes the quality a bit. You know, there aren't gatekeepers like there were before who were like, this is good, let's push this forward.
Right.
And also that's the beautiful part. There's no gatekeepers. And so, you know, there's no one to say that your art isn't valuable.
Right.
And so, you know, there's some stuff that I connect with. There's a lot that I don't. And I just think it's really valuable. It's really valuable to me to, however I record the music, I want to be able to give you that when you come see me live, because people pay for your live performance. Like that's a really heavy investment of money, time, and attention, you know, and, you know, far too often, I think we take that for granted. And, you know, the stuff that you put out is super overproduced. There's no way you can replicate that on stage. And so, and even if you can, I just find value in being on stage with other people, not a track, and feeding off of that energy real time. You know what I'm saying? The whole idea behind this album, it's called Music, with muse being, you know, highlighted for a reason. And I was inspired by many muses that I've had to write this music. And in the creative process, you know, me and my musicians, we sat in a room and, you know, I pushed play on my ideas, and then I push record and we play the music. And a lot of what made it to the album is us allowing each other to be muses for each other, like as we're playing this. And I think it's really important to allow yourself to be influenced by each other. And so in that, I think it's important to bring those people along with me on stage, to create that moment on stage as well. And so if I can't do it live, you're probably never going to hear it on a record from me.
That's good. I love that. So who are some of your influences?
Oh, man. D'Angelo, more present day, D'Angelo, Bilal. Those are, I stand for them too.
Okay.
And those have been my heaviest influences. But, you know, I grew up in like the age of like the boy band, you know, the Drew Hills, the 112s, the Black Streets.
Right.
Tell me what
Whoa, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So, you know, that played a heavy role. But then like I have my first band that I was in was a ska band, and I played trumpet. And so like I have
what is a ska band?
Ska is like it's kind of like a funk. It's like punk funk almost. Okay. It's kind of like or it's like reggae mixed with funk, if you can imagine. It's hard. I don't know the best way to describe it.
It's like a George Clinton and P Funk kind of thing.
No? Not that heavy funk, but if you're, I don't know who to. I can't think of any bands right now. But you know, just like it's really, it was back in the days of like a mix between like I don't know. I'm really fumbling right now with ska references because it didn't last that long. I think that people still listen to ska, but it's not really like what it used to be.
Well, I got to look it up after we get off this call. Listen, tell people how to find you again while we're still here.
Absolutely. You can find me on all platforms at Bel Amis _music, all social media platforms at Bel Amis, BELAMI _music, just like you see right here. And
I want to do that too.
Find me on all your Spotify and Apple Musics and YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Bel Amis Music, and you can find everything you need there. Or you can go to my website, belamismusic.com, and you can find links to all your resources there.
Bel Amis, do you have any performances coming up by chance?
You know, I have the closest one that I have is in June, and it's the Juneteenth Festival in Missouri City, Texas, which is a suburb of Houston. And I'm headlining the Juneteenth Festival this year. So
that's the start. That's good. That's good. But I think that's the start of the pandemic starting to end. It was around that time. I think Joe Biden said July, so but June, July. You know, people in Texas don't care.
People in Texas do not care. People in Texas have not cared this entire time.
This also, they don't care. Well, let's be clear. The black people have cared. Some of them, you know. We're gonna make this a political show, but yeah, we from Texas, we know. So So Bel Ami, tell me the next song, "By Your Side." So tell the inspiration behind that song.
By Your Side, I rarely do covers, and but when I do, it's like I have to. If I do a cover, it's gonna be one a song that people don't cover a lot, and two by an artist who's just so influential to me that I think it, you know, I don't know. The reason to cover it. So this is her song. I just put my take on it, and I released it on the 20th anniversary of her releasing the song. And yeah, this is it. By Your Side, Sade cover, and this is just my twist, the Bel Ami twist to it.
You think I'd leave your side, baby? You know me better than that. Think I'd leave you down when you're down on your knees? I wouldn't do that. I'll even tell you you're right when you're wrong. And if only you could see into me. When you're low, I'll be there, hold you tight to me. You're on my outside, baby, you can't get back in. I will show you, you're so much better than you know. When you're lost, alone, and can't get back again. I'll find you, darling, and I'll bring you home. And if you need me to cry, I'm gone. I'll be there, yeah. And in no time, you'll be fine, yeah. You think I'd leave your side, baby? You know me better than that, Think I'd leave you down when you're down on your knees? No, baby, no, I wouldn't do that, I'll even tell you that you're right when you're wrong, just to make you feel good, baby. And if only you could see into me, by your side, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Yeah. By your side, baby. Oh, yeah. 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 Listen. I said, when you're low, I'll be there, hold you tight to me, oh yeah. When you're cold, I'll be there, by your side, baby, when you're cold, I'll be there, hold you tight to me, girl, when you're low, I'll be there by your side, baby.
Bel Ami, brother, that was good. Listen, after I played that earlier today, I started listening to Sade and I listened to you again. So I've been jamming all morning, man.
What's up?
Listen, I want you to, we're going to end this show. Oh, sound, you guys. We're working on the tape. Listen, I got to get producers here to work on.
I totally understand that, man.
We're usually in the studio, and this whole thing is like whatever. I want you to speak to, before we end the show, I want you to speak to people who have dreams and who are afraid to step out. And because you have stepped out on faith and you are making it happen, and I'm proud of you and I'm proud of your music. And that means, and we've talked about this on the side, but it's good to see you putting this out there because people need to hear your music.
Thank you. Listen, when it comes to dreams, man, I've learned and am still learning, because I still have dreams that I have to remind myself at times, listen, go for it. Just do it. Just do it. And I think one of the things that limits us, and I'm speaking generally, I'll speak personally. One of the things that limits me often, and I find this in hindsight, is that, you know, my vision for myself is not what the first attempt looks like. And that can be discouraging. But I also understand that my 10th attempt doesn't look like my first, nor does my 100th or, you know, my 500th attempt. And by the time I get there, I look back at even my 100th where I thought I was, you know, making progress. And I'm like, man, that was, you know, so, and I think that's life, right? You know, there's always something else. But you never get to that end goal or what you presume is your end goal. Once you get there, you'll find and create another end. But it's all about doing. You just got to do it. And continue and be persistent and don't let anything get in the way. And it's not always going to be good. It's not always going to be great. But at least you're doing it and it's going to get better no matter what. So whatever dreams you have, go forward and pursue them with as fervently as you can. And with the understanding that you will get there. It may not be in your allotted time that you have for yourself, but you'll get there and you'll pass that place. Guaranteed. I have a song for that too.
Tell me the song.
The song is called Clouds, and I released this song in April of 2020. And it was the first song. It is the embodiment of this idea because at the time I was working towards finishing my album, and this was in like we're a month or two into the pandemic. And I'm like, yo, when is this going to happen? We had just gone a super duper lockdown. All my gigs got canceled for the rest of the year. And I was like, what am I going to do? Well, I can't go make music with people. And so I was like, I'm just going to make something on my own. That's the only song that I've ever put out that I fully did everything, played every instrument, sang every part, mixed, mastered it myself and released it. And so that was me putting that idea into action. And it's just a reminder to just keep your head above the clouds, keep your feet on the ground, and keep moving towards your goals.
Absolutely. Bel Ami, we thank you, brother. Thank you so much for coming on Feeling Friends. You are a permanent guest here. So every time you drop an album, we need you back here, all right?
Guaranteed.
All right. Thank you so much. Hold tight for me in the green room, all right?
Absolutely.
We want to thank our good friend Bel Ami for coming on. What an inspiration. The music is awesome. I was jamming. I was behind the scenes jamming and I forgot to change my settings. But believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and know that anything is possible if you put God first. If you put God first, everything else will fall into play. You're listening to Feeling Friends right here on WHCR. I'll be in the virtual space. I'll be on the radio on Sunday. You can find me any and everywhere. But thank you for listening. We'll see you next time. All right. Peace.